results of your first several days of contact?
Yeah, since we've put pads on, there's been a bunch of back and forth. Defensively, showing some signs of real physicality and being able to situationally play better all the way around, which has been really good to see. Again, we've continued to roll guys. We got so many new guys. We're getting a ton of reps, a ton of film to watch, and so that part's been really good.
What really stood out to you in the first scrimmage that y'all were able to go through?
Yeah, I think, again, there was a bunch of back and forth. Defensively started the scrimmage really well, and then in the middle of the scrimmage had some great moments situationally that I thought was really good for us to be able to go build on. I think being able to roll multiple guys in the D-line and get a bunch of reps there and inside backer has been really good for us. That stood out. We made some explosive plays offensively. You got to find ways to be better just on 1st and 10s and stay ahead, and that'll be continue to be a big stress and strain for the offense moving forward.
I understand too, it was one of the longest scrimmages that you had as far as play count goes. I mean, what does that really kind of say about your depth, that you're able to go out there and get a very in-depth scrimmage, a lot of snaps?
Yeah, I mean, total snaps, we were right at 160. Last year we never were more than 120, and so having 40 extra snaps because of bodies, I talked about that a ton, postseason, in the off season, being able to practice the way we need to. So right now, we've done a good job of practicing the right way when we haven't been live. We've got to continue that because we got to continue to get all the reps and all the work.
Y'all had a lot of turnover at wide receiver and brought in a lot of new faces from the portal. What's that group look like right now? Who's kind of standing out, and how have they kind of adjusted to your system in the first few weeks of spring?
Yeah, I'm proud of that group right now. It's a group that is incredibly unselfish. They have been all about the unit. That has been really good for us to see. Of course, great familiarity with Brendan, being able to have him before. So he's really year 3 in the offense instead of year 1. So that's been awesome for everybody in the room, that he's got such great knowledge of what the expectation is and some of the answers to the test with some of these other guys that have come in. Ant's had a really good last 4 days of practice. J-Mo has continued to get better. Got to get him healthy and rolling. Ricky Johnson's done a great job, looking for huge things out of him as he continues to make his strides. Aiden's done well. So we've got a really strong group there that I think we're going to be able to roll guys and play with some depth. But what I like about them most is they've been about the right stuff, and they've been team first, and that's been important.
Have you seen Stonka? I know we asked him about him a couple of weeks ago, but have you seen him now that he's been in practice just to the defensive side?
Yeah, he's done a really good job. What I love is he's having fun doing it, and that's the exciting part for me, because his ceiling, and he doesn't have one, and so for him to be able to be both feet in, excited as can be about having the opportunity to play safety, play defense, and he's ate up with it. Every rep he gets a little bit better, and so he'll continue to need to operate that way, and excited about where he's going.
With that, it seems like you built the safety position with depth and everything, and with some of the moves that you made with Stonkins.
Yeah.
Just talk about that room and what they look like.
Again, being able to move Stonka over has been really good. Brylo playing back there instead of at corner has been really good. Obviously, with Hunter back, it's been great. We've seen some really, really good growth from some young guys, which, again, we're excited about. We need great depth in that room. That's something last year we all know we did not have. We got to be able to play more than 2 guys, and so we're building that as we speak right now. Again, being able to get all these practice reps is why that's so meaningful for us.
Devin Booth last year, during the middle of the year, he kind of took off for you. How much of that do you think was because he didn't have spring practice, and what maybe his spring practice done to kind of equip him this year to maybe be ready to roll week 1?
Yeah, I do. I think that's a big part of it. We got him in here so late. He was really just hitting his stride. I can remember talking about it halfway through the season, late in the season, just, man, I wish we had this guy for another year, and now we do. And so he's worked incredibly hard, and he's trying to elevate. He's trying to get better, and he's done a great job inside that room, finding ways to lead, and we're looking for a lot of big things out of Vaughn.
I know you said that you wanted to possibly add some offensive linemen when the portal opens again, but what do you just think of the job that group has done in this couple of weeks of this game?
I think we're playing with great toughness. I think we're playing with great physicality. We're not playing very clean right now. Our effort, our mindset, our mentality, I think is much improved and been what we need it to be. We need that continue throughout the rest of the spring. We got to play cleaner, and we will. We'll look to add some important pieces inside that room.
Looking on the other side of the offensive line there, they got more bodies. They seem to be in good shape this spring. What do you think about that group?
Yeah, again, we've got enough bodies to be able to go practice the way we need to and be able to go roll guys. As we got through the very first scrimmage, you look at it and there's this line where we have the ability right now, we feel like, to be able to go play 2.5 to 3 deep at each position. We're going to have that. Those guys that are on the line of the cutoff, they got to get above the line. We got to get those guys ready to go play and have an impact to where we can roll, 9 to 10 guys and do what we want to do in the defensive line.
Just
Looking
so
at Emeka, he looks like a creative player walking around out there. I mean, obviously he looks good on the hoof and didn't play football last year. Where is he in maybe a relation to where you thought he would be?
Yeah, again, he didn't play much last year, didn't play at all last year. He's played very little tight end, so the learning curve for him is probably a little greater than it is for a lot. Obviously, as he's gotten in here, Emeka has worked to try to improve every single day, and a guy that I like who he is. He got a long way to go to be able to be where we need him to be.
Ethan Pulliam, I think, is full-time football now. I mean, what did you think of that decision, and what have you seen from him kind of stepping into the punter role?
Yeah, I'm incredibly supportive of Ethan. I love the fact that he was playing baseball. I mean, that's something for us, being a two-sport player, having the ability to affect both programs. Who we got there? What is that?
I believe that's Marshall Tucker Band, isn't it?
TB. Can't
Heard it
beat
in a love song.
No, that's good stuff.
Southern Rock with a flute.
Ohio boy like Southern Rock.
I like that. That's impressive. No, but we're supportive of Ethan, and I'm fired up about having him. I don't necessarily love how it worked out with just being in the middle of things, and obviously supporting our baseball team like crazy and Lynn, and I want Ethan to have the ability to be as special of a punter as he can possibly be. With him being full-time now, he's an incredibly talented guy that got a chance to be really, really good for us, and I hope we don't use him much.
Zachary Tillman was one of your most explosive playmakers last year on defense, but what steps does he have to take to become more consistent there and just do that all the time?
Yeah, there's been growth in Corey because of just, I think, how he's living inside the building, outside the building. He's a guy that's incredibly bought in right now. I talked about Corey last year. This is a guy that, again, has the opportunity to be a really, really good player, has to continue to make those strides and to create consistency inside the building. He's doing that right now, and so excited about where he's at, but excited about where he's going with continued reps and work.